now be attentive. A coin is tossed till either a head or 5 tails are obtained. Now understand this. In the last chapter we did this kind of question, but it was only one condition. A coin is tossed until head is obtained. Here there is one more condition, and then or 5 tails. Okay, we did this in exercise 1.1 in the last chapter, where a question was a coin is tossed until it is obtained. In finite sample space it was. Until it is obtained means H, then TH, then TTH, then TTTH, and then dot dot dot. Because you would keep on tossing until the head is obtained. But here one more condition is given. A coin is tossed until head is obtained or 5 tails are obtained. Okay. If a random variable x, Valerie, be attentive, all the questions are different and difficult. If you are not attentive, then it's gone. Okay? Najar hati, durgatna ghati. And we have to do it in speed also, so be attentive. Yes, if a random variable x, and then x denotes the necessary number of trials. We don't have to define, it's already denoted. X denotes the necessary number of trials of tossing the coin, then obtain the probability distribution, and then probability distribution, this is one thing we have to do, of random variable x, and calculate its and then mean and variance. After that, 2 workings will be needed for mean and variance, x into px and x square into px. Okay. So first of all, we will have to write the sample space here. See here, a coin is tossed until head is obtained or 5 heads. If you get heads, over. But suppose you get tails in the first trial. You toss it, second time you get head, over. You get first trial tail, second trial tail, third trial heads, over. You keep on tossing until you get heads. Until you get heads or 5 tails. So tails, 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 heads, over. Tails, 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 heads, over. Tails, 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 also over. Because what is the condition? 5 tails also. So here it's not infinite sample space, it is finite sample space. Did you understand this?
Yes.
So a coin is tossed until we get heads or 5 tails. So if you get heads, you stop. You get tails, then you get heads, stop. 2 tails, then heads, stop. 3 tails and heads, stop. 4 tails and heads, stop. Or 5 tails, stop. Did you understand this, everyone? Any doubt up till here? Write it down. Any confusion up till here? Now we don't have to define x. X is already defined. So directly we can obtain probability distribution What does x denote? It's already defined. What does x denote? Number of trials. X denotes the necessary number of trials. Who all are still writing up till here? Raise your hand. Now be attentive. What are the number of trials possible? See, either your required outcomes will be over in 1 trial, or in 2 trials, or in 3, or in 4. Or here also 5, here also 5. Means either they'll get over in 1 trial, or in 2, or in 3, or in 4, or in 5. So what are the values of x are possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Raise your hand who did not understand this. Okay, here 1 trial, here 2 trials, here 3 trials, here 4 trials, here also 5 trials, here also 5 trials. So what all values of x are possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now how to find this probability is very important. Understanding it is very important. Put your pen down. Now, if you toss one coin, we are going to stop if we get heads. If you toss one coin, we are going to stop if we get heads. First of all, if you toss one coins, then two outcomes are possible. If you get tails, would you stop? No. You would stop only if you get heads. Means what is the probability that we stop in one trial? 1 by 2. We would stop in one trial if we get heads. First of all, we studied in the last chapter, one coin is tossed, then what outcomes are possible? Heads and tails. And we would stop only if we get heads. Means what is the probability that we would stop in one trial? 1 by 2. What is the probability that we would stop in two trials? Understand this. First of all, if two coins are tossed, then you may get HH, HT, TH, TT. Any doubt in this? 4 outcomes you can get. When would you stop? Only if you get this outcome TH. So what is the chance that we would stop in two trials? 1 by 4. Same way, now I am not showing in detail because the number of outcomes are now increasing. If you toss 3 coins, then total how many outcomes are possible? 8. And we would stop out of that 8 outcomes only when we get T, T, H. Means 1 by 8. Similarly, so I am not writing now all the outcomes. But how many outcomes possible with 4 coins? 60. And we would stop only when we get T, 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 H. Means 1 by 60. With 5 coins, how many outcomes are possible? 32. 2 raised to 5, 32. And here we would stop in 2 places. You would stop either you get T, 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 H, or even if you get T, 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 T. Means 2 by 32. So, first of all, 2 by 32 is 1 by 60. Now, what we have to do in PX, make the denominators equal. So here, 8 by 8, 4 by 4, 2 by 2, as it is. Means 8 by 4 by 2 by 16, 1 by 16, 1 by 16. Total must come 8 plus 4, 12 plus 2, 14 plus 1, 15 plus 1, 16, 16 by 16, 1. Did you understand this or not? Write it down. And repeat in the homework. Every class work is to be repeated. You can see it's different, okay? Obtaining this probability is very important. Just show that calculations also. How did we obtain P1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Show that directly. You will not be able to understand how is 1 by 2, 1 by 4. One coin is tossed again and again. And I told you in the last chapter whether you toss one coin 3 times or you toss 3 coins, the outcomes will be same. Yes, raise your hand who is still writing it. And anyone who is not clear with these probabilities, all are clear with it? Do write that calculations, how is P1 up till P5 obtained, otherwise you will not be able to follow that, okay? Now 2 workings are required for mean and variance, x into Px and x square into Px. Shall I proceed further? From the x into Px. X into Px, x into Px. So what is that? 1 into 8 by 16, 8 by 16. Then what is that? 2 into 4 is 8. So 8 by 16. Three into 2 by 16, 6 by 16. 4 into 1 by 16, 4 by 16. 5 into 1 by 16, 5 by 16. Now only numerators are to be added. 8 plus 8, 16 plus 6, 22 plus 4, 26 plus 5, 31 by 16. Did everyone understand this?
Yes, sir.
Now x square px, how do we obtain? X into px is done again. So, Mewadi,
1 into 8 by 16, 8
That
by
is?
16.
1 into 8 by 16, 8 by 16.
2 into 8 by 16, 16 by 16.
2 into 8 by 16, 16 by 16.
3 into 6 by 16, 18 by 16.
3 into 6 by 16, 18 by 16.
4 into 4 by 16, 16 by
4 into 4 by 16, 16 by 16.
5 into 5 by 16.
5 into 5 by 16, 25 by 16.
83 by 60.
It total is 83 by 16. Now two things are asked in the question, mean and variance. Raise your hand who is still doing up till here. All have completed, so write down below that mean Ex is equal to sigma x into Px, that is 31 by 16. It cannot be simplified. Got it, everyone? Then variance. Vx. Renuka, what is the formula of variance?
Sigma x square p of x minus expected value square.
Yes, sigma x square px minus ex square. Did you understand this, everyone? Further?
83 upon 16 minus 31 upon 16 whole square.
Yes.
83 upon 16 minus.
Just a minute. Sigma x square px, so if we are able to get 83 by 16 minus ex, we have obtained 31 by 16, so 31 by 16 whole square. Yes, 83 by 16 minus,
961 upon 256.
correct. 31 square is 961 and 16 square is 256.
1328 minus 961 upon 256.
Yes, now if you find the LCM, 256 divided by 16, that is 16. 16 into 83, 1328. Do you all remember this? 256 divided by 256, 1 into 961, 961.
367.
367 by
256.
256, it cannot be simplified. So, all are clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Anyone having any doubt up till here? Now question 9 is comparatively very simple. Everyone has completed this. Anyone still solving the 8th question? 9. A shopkeeper has six tickets, and among them 2 tickets among them are worth price of rupees 10.
Only
2 tickets have price of rupees 10, and remaining tickets, how many remaining? 4 tickets have price of rupees 5. Total 6 tickets are there. Did you understand this? Now they say, if a ticket is drawn at random from the box, and then A, if A means 1 ticket is only drawn, so only 6 outcomes are there. T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6. Either you get ticket 1 or ticket 2 up till ticket 6. Find the unexpected value of the price. What will define X here?
a number of tickets. No, price.
Expected value of price, did you understand this? And did you underline it? Mark it as EX. X is value of price. Expected value of price, EX. So what is X? Value of price. Did you understand this? Again circle value of price and mark it as X. Expected value of price is EX, means value of price is X. We don't have to, we have to define, here X is not defined, right? So write down, let x be the value of price. Let x be the value of price. Now, x is value of price, so raise your hand. Very simple. What values of price are possible? 5 and 10. X is the value of price, so what value of price is possible? 5 and 10. And it's very simple. What is the probability that you get 5 rupees, 4 by 6? 4 tickets have price rupees 5 out of 6 tickets. What is the probability that you earn 10 rupees?
2 by 6.
2 by 6. Total is 1. Anyone who is not clear with it? And only expected value is asked. Variance is not asked. So only one work change is required. X into px. 5 into 4 by 6. 20 by 6. 10 into 2 by 6. 20 by 6. Total 40 by 6. Therefore, expected value of price EX is equal to sigma x into px, 40 by 6, 20 by 3. 2 into 20 is 40 and 2 into 3 is 6. Did everyone understand this? Anyone having any doubt in this? Now illustrations. Illustration 1, I am only discussing it orally and you will be again doing it in the homework. It is a simple one, but every illustration, even when you take in homework, I will have to discuss them in the class. Directly you will not be able to do it. Look at illustration 1 and cover the solution. Be attentive. Determine whether the values given below are appropriate. This is what we have to just conclude. The values which are given below are appropriate, means they are possible or not possible. The values are appropriate means we just have to determine they are possible or not possible. As the values of a probability distribution of a discrete random variable x, which assumes the values 1, 2, 3 and 4 only. Only 4 values of x are possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. P of 1 is given 0.25. P of 2 is given 0.75. P of 3 is given 0.25 and P of 4 minus 0.25. Is this values possible?
Yes.
Who said yes? Raise your hand. No, it's not wrong, that's why I'm asking. Who said yes? How is it possible, Darsh?
0.25 minus 0.25 gets cancelled.
And total comes to 1. But probability cannot be negative. I made you write 2 conditions in a probability distribution. First, 0 less than px less than 1. Any probability of variable x must be between 0 and 1. P of 4 cannot be minus 0.25. That's why it's not possible. Total comes to 1, but probability of variable 4 minus 0.25 is not possible. Did you understand this? Second, so first one, why is it not appropriate? Because P4 is negative. Second, P1 0.15, 0.27, 0.29, 0.29. Add all of them.
Possible.
You get 1 and all the probabilities are between 0 and 1. So this is possible. 1 by 19, 9 by 19, 3 by 19, 4 by 19, 17 by 19.
Yes.
1 plus 9, 10 plus 3, 13 plus 4,
17.
17 by 19. It does not come to 1. Sigma px does not come to 1. So not possible. Is everyone clear with this?
Yes.
So this will be straight away your homework. 2 you had in homework?
Yes.
Any doubts in that? 3 also you had in homework. Any doubts in that? Now 4th illustration, I am just explaining the probabilities. Who all have doubts in illustration 4? Many must have it because I know permutations you will not remember. Be attentive. After that you will be doing it in homework only. Only probabilities I am explaining. Illustration 4 was doubt or 6? 6. Who has the doubt in 4? In a factory, packets of produced blades are prepared, having 50 blades in each packet. A quality control engineer randomly selects a packet from these packets and examines all the blades of the selected packets. How many packets? If unlike 4 or more defective blades are observed in the selected packet, then the packet is rejected. When do we reject the packet? If there are 4 or more defective. The probability distribution is given as below. First find the k. So I hope there is no trouble in finding k. Okay, 9k plus 3k plus 3k plus 2k plus 2k plus k minus 0.02 plus 0.02 must be equal to 1. Simplifying it, k can be obtained. Second question is, find the probability that the randomly selected packet is accepted by the quality control engineer. See here, first paragraph I made you underline. When will it be rejected? 4 or more are defective. So when will you accept? Less than 4. Means you have to find P0 plus P1 plus P2 plus P3. That is 9k plus 3k plus 3k plus 2k. 9 plus 3, 12 plus 3, 15 plus 2, 17k, and k you will get. You will substitute that, so you will get the answer. Raise your hand who did not understand it. So, yes. First question, constant k is clear. What is the second question asked? That the selected packet is accepted. And in the first paragraph you are given, I made you underline. Please don't talk in between. If 4 or more defective blades are observed in the selected packet, then the packet is rejected. You will reject when there are 4 or more defects. When you accept it. Less than 4 are defective. Less than 4 means in the table. You will accept it when there are 0 defective or 1 or 2 or 3. So what is the probability that you accepted? P0 plus P1 plus P2 plus P3. 9k plus 3k plus 3k plus 2k. Anyone else who is still not clear with it? Illustration 5. Now this kind of question we did in class yesterday. There are 4 red on 4R and 2 white. So 2W total 6. There are 4 red and 2 white balls in a box. And then 2 balls are drawn at random. Yesterday we had the question where we selected 3 balls. But now 2 balls are drawn at random. So what will be N? 6C2. From the box, and then without replacement. Even if nothing is mentioned, it's always assumed as without replacement. Without replacement only we do 6C2. If it is with replacement, then you cannot do 6C2. Because in with replacement what happens? You select red 1 ball, then you skip it back, again R1 can come. R1 can also come. Whereas in combination we go only forward, we don't go backward. So that is possible only when it is without replacement. Got everyone? Obtain probability distribution of unlike number of white balls. What is that? X. And it's not defined, we'll have to define. We have to take X as number of white balls. And what is asked in the question unlike probability distribution? Only probability distribution is asked. Mean is not asked. Variance is not asked. Only probability distribution is asked. Understood that? So let X be the number of white balls. Now X number of white balls. Raise your hand. What all values of X are possible? Renuka?
1, 2, 0, 1 and 2.
Yes, yesterday itself I told you start always with 0. Yesterday 0 was not possible, but here 0 white, that means there are how many red balls? 2 are selected. So are 0 white and 2 red possible?
Yes.
Then 1 white and 1 red? Yes. and then 2 white and 0 red? Yes. Did you understand this? Now, probability. This we have done yesterday. Calculation. Raise your hand. How will you find that there are 0 white balls? What do you mean by 0 white balls? 0 white balls and 2 red balls. What is the probability of getting that? Give them a test. Raise your hand. Shivam. 4C2 into 2C0 divided by 6C2. 2 white, 0 white means 2 red. What are the chances that you get 2 red? 4C2. 0 white, 2C0 upon total 2 out of 6, 6C2. 1 white. But today you are present. Vanshik. Why 4C2? What do you mean by 1 white? Correct. What do you mean by 1 white, Vrut? 2 balls are selected. 1 white means 1 is white and 1 is red. So what is the probability that you get 1 red ball? 4C1 into 1 white, 2C1 upon total balls 6C2. What do you mean by 2 white balls? 2 white and 0 red. How will you do that? 2 white means 2 white and 0 red. 4C0 into 2C2. Did everyone understand this? Now workings will have to do for 4C2 and 6C2. Rest can be directly obtained. 4C2 4 factorial upon 2 factorial into 4 minus 2 2 factorial. 4 into 3 into 2 factorial upon 2 into 1 into 2 factorial. 2 into 2 is 4, so 2 into 3, 6. And 6C2, 6 factorial upon 2 factorial into 6 minus 2, 4 factorial. 6 into 5 into 4 factorial upon 2 into 1 into 4 factorial. 4 factorial cancel, 2 into 3 6, 3 into 5 15. Now this we can directly do it. Did you understand the workings? Complete or clear fast? Now, what is 4C2 we obtained? 6. What is 2C0? 1. 6C2 we obtained 15. So 6 by 15. What is 4C1? 4. 2C1? 2. 6C2 is 15. So 8 by 15. 4C0? 1. 2C2? 1. 1 into 1 by 15, 1 by 15. Cross verify the total. 6 plus 8? 14 plus 1? 15. 15 by 15 is 1. Did everyone understand this?
Yes.
Now illustration 6. As I said, I'll show only the calculation of P1, 2, 3, 4 and then you'll repeat again in the homework. Find the constant C for the following discrete probability distribution and hence obtain the mean and variance of the distribution. Now understand this. First of all, Px equals to C into 4Px where x is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. First of all, what was the formula of NPR? N factorial upon NCR is N factorial upon R factorial into N minus R factorial. What is NPR? Simply N factorial upon N minus R factorial. R factorial is not there in the denominator. And then when I gave one shortcut also in 11th. Like if you find 8p3, 8p3, then multiply 3 numbers only, 8 into 7 into 6. This is a shortcut I gave in 11th standard because 8 factorial upon 8 minus 3, 5. So 5 factorial would get cancelled. So if it is 10p4, then multiply 4 numbers, 10 into 9 into 8 into 7. That is a shortcut. Okay. Now, I am just showing this 5 calculations on the board. What would be P0? C into 4P0, C into 1, only C. NP0 is always 1 because 4 factorial upon 4 minus 0 factorial. There is 4 factorial upon 4 factorial, so it would be always 1. Then what would be P1? C into 4P1. NP1 is always N. So C into 4, 4C. Because 4 factorial, what did I say the shortcut? One number means you multiply only one number, 4. P2. C into 4P2. Wherever there is X, now I am putting 2. 2 numbers you multiply. 4 into 3. 12C. Able to understand this? P3. C into 4P3. Now you multiply how many numbers? These 3 numbers. 4 into 3 into 2, 24C. Then P4. C into 4P4. Now you multiply. 4P4 is 4 factorial.
Yes.
4 factorial is 24C. Now can you do the question in homework or not? Once this is obtained, by doing sigma px equals to when you get the constant C. Then after that, you can write the probability distribution x and px. In x you will write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And px you write c, 4c, 12c, 24c, 24c and substitute the value of c. And then mean and variances are, so you make x into px and x square into px. Just be careful that when you do px, make the denominator equal. Is everyone clear with this? Look at illustration 7. Now other illustrations, I will be doing only probability distribution on the board, x and px. Mean and variance you will be taking in homework only. Because that procedure is x into px and x square into px. That you must be able to do on your own. Okay. Look at illustration 7. There are 2 red and 1 green balls in a box. But the problem is 2 balls are drawn at random, underline with replacement. Now, with replacement means we cannot do NCR. There are 2 red balls and 1 green ball. If you do it, selection of 2 balls with replacement, R1 is also possible because you select R1 with replacement, you keep it back. Again you select the red ball. Can it be R1 or not?
Yes.
So everything will come. Forward also, backward also, vertical also. Everything will come. So R1, then R1, R2, R1, G. R1, G. Now with R2, R1, R2, R2, and R2, G. G, R1, G, R2, G, G. Any confusion with this? Write it down. Any confusions with this? And if it was without replacement, then we would have done the way we have been doing earlier. No, then we would have directed 2 red, 1 green, total 3. Then we would have done that 3C2 formula. Applying the formula, we would have obtained px. Okay? If it is without replacement. But here, what is the difference in the question? With replacement. Shall I proceed further? All of you have written the 9 outcomes? Completed. Now see here further. Obtain probability distribution of underline number of red balls
X.
in the two balls drawn and underline find its mean and variance. Mean and variance will be your homework. I am just showing probability distribution of number of red balls. When you do it in the homework, you will do it in the homework notebook completely. Don't only do mean and variance part in the homework. This all you have to repeat. Everything you have to repeat in the homework. I am just discussing these questions in the class because directly you will not be able to do. So probability distribution I am showing on the board. After that you have to do that also and then x into px and x square px also. Now let, here x is not defined, we have to define. What is the variable here x? Number of red balls. Then let x be the number of red balls. Now x here is number of red balls. What are the minimum number of red balls possible? 0. Like in this situation, we have 0 red balls. Did you understand this? Then 1 and maximum 2. Like here we have 1 red ball and here we have 2 red balls. Total values of x number of red balls are possible 0, 1 and 2. Now outcomes. Like we had done yesterday also, now we'll write outcomes in favor of that. Which are the outcomes for 0 red balls? GG. 1 red balls R1G, R2G, GR1 and GR2. In all these outcomes we have 1 red ball and the left out outcomes we have 2 red balls. R1 R1, R1 R2, R2 R1 and R2 R2. So now we can easily find the probability. Total is 9 number of outcomes. Here 1 out of 9, here 4 out of 9, here also 4 out of 9. 1 plus 4, 5 plus 4, 9. 9 by 9, 1. Did you understand this probability distribution, everyone?
Yes.
And do it in this manner only. Don't see the solutions, you'll get confused. Okay? After this x into px and x square into px and mean and variance, you'll be doing on your own. Any confusion in this? Illustration 8 is completely your homework. I'll discuss it. It is same as that earlier illustration 4 what we have done. 5. It is a simple one. See that. There are 2 black and 2 white balls in a box. So 2 plus 2 total 4. And then 2 balls are drawn and the better part is unlined without replacement. So no need of sample space. What will be n? 4C2, that is 6. Obtain the unlined probability distribution. First you obtain probability distribution of unlined number of white balls marked as x. So what is the minimum number of white balls possible? 0. Then 1 and then 2. Because 0 white means 0 white and 2 black. 1 white means 1 white and 1 black. 2 white means 2 white and 0 black. And then you'll do that calculations. Did you understand this? Hence find its mean and variance. So all of you are clear with it? This is the only illustration which is a similar one. Illustration 9. I am doing the probability distribution on the board. Be attentive. As I said, be attentive, the language is complicated. Let x, now we don't have to define, it's already defined. Underline x denote the maximum integer among the outcomes. Underline that. Now of tossing 2 dice means 36 outcomes, but I am not writing 36 outcomes in the beginning. We already know what are the 36 outcomes. We'll directly write it in the table. Respective to the value, we'll write which outcomes are possible. Okay. Obtain the probability distribution of variable x and find its mean and variance. Probability distribution I am showing on the board. What is x defined in the beginning? Maximum integer. Write down x. First of all, probability distribution we are finding here. X is maximum value of integer.
We not define
No, it's already defined. Let x given. It's already given. Now be attentive. In the dice, the numbers are from 1 to 6. So, what are maximum values are possible? 1 to 6. The maximum value of integer possible is either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. Raise your hand who did not understand this. Now, put your pens down. Understand this point, otherwise you will get confused. Maximum value of integer should be 1. So only one outcome can be taken. Because if you take the next outcome, what is that? We include 2 also in that. And the condition is maximum value of the integer should be 1. So 1, 2 cannot be taken because what comes in that? 2. Anything else cannot be taken. Because everywhere else you will have more than 1. Now what is the next maximum value? 2. So we can take 1, 2. We can take 2, 1. No other values can be taken. Yes, 2, 2 can be taken. Because in any other values, you will find more than 2 is included. Now maximum 3. So in the row of 1, 1, 3. In the row of 2, 2, 3. But in the row of 3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. Raise your hand who did not understand. Now, maximum integer should be 4. So in the row of 1, 1, 4. In the row of 2, 2, 4. 3, 3, 4. 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, and 4, 4. Maximum should be 5. So in the row of 1, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5. And in the row of 5, 5, 1, 2, 5, 5 all. You can write it now. You are clear with it. 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6. An entire row of 6. Did you understand the question? Maximum integer should be 1, then only 1, 1. Maximum integer should be 2, then 1, 2, 2, 1 and 2, 2. Means 2 should come in that. Maximum integer 3 means 3 should come in that. So which all outcomes? 3 comes. And more than 3 should not come. So in the row of 3, 3, 4 cannot be taken because maximum integer is 3. Did everyone understand this? Anyone who did not understand the outcomes in favor of x? Anyone who did not understand the outcomes associated with x? Now be attentive. Now px is very simple. 1 out of 36. Here 3 out of 36. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 36. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 36. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 4, 9 out of 36. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5, 10 and 1, 11 out of 36. 1 plus 3, 4 plus 5, 9 plus 7, 16 plus 9, 25 plus 11, 36 by 36, 1. Now x into px, x square px, mean and variance, we can obtain it. But this all should be repeated again, okay? Now last illustration 10. Please be attentive. It is observed from the life table that probability that a 40 years old man will live one more year is 0.95. Already the person is 40 years old and the probability that he will live one more year, 41st year, is 0.95. Good probability because 40 is not too big a age. Life insurance company wishes to sell 1 year life insurance policy of rupees 10,000 to such a man. Policy of rupees 10,000 means if that man dies in the 41st year, his family members will get rupees 10,000. What should be the underlying minimum premium? Mark it as K, because maximum questions we have done with constant K. What should be the minimum premium? We'll define it as K of the policy, so that underlying expected gain, mark it as EX. So what is X? Gain. Expected gain of the company would be underlying positive. Condition is how much premium should we charge so that the expected gain for the company comes positive. Expected gain EX means what is X? Gain. Did you understand it? Now understand this, then you'll solve it. Put your pens down. It's not defined, so let K be the minimum premium, insurance premium, and X be the gain, expected gain, so X be the gain. Now two situations are there, either the man will survive or he will die. X is the gain. Okay. If the man survives, put your pen down. Concentrate first. If the man survives, then insurance company does not have to pay anything. When does insurance company have to pay that 10,000 rupees? If the man dies. If the man survives, then insurance companies does not have to pay anything. So whatever premium the company is charging is the gain. Whatever premium the company is charging is the gain for the company. And if the man dies, then the company has to pay him 10,000. Then the gain would be K minus 10,000. It can be loss also, because premium would never be like the policy. Premium will be few hundreds only for a 10,000 of policy. So here gain means both positive as well as negative. Okay, once again, if the man survives, then entire premium is the gain, that is K. And if the man dies, then premium is what they receive minus they have to pay 10,000. So what is the gain? K minus 10,000. Probability is already given. The man will survive, the probability is 0.95. In the question it's given the probability that a 40-year man will live for one more year is 0.95. What is the probability that he would die? 0.05, because the total should be 1. Did you understand this? Now for expected gain, we need only X into PX. K into 0.95, 0.95 K. K minus 10 into 10,000 into 0.05. If you open the brackets, K into 0.05, 0.05 K minus 10,000 into 0.05 minus 500. Minus 10,000 into 0.05 minus 500. I repeat it. K minus 10,000 into 0.05. If you open the brackets, K into 0.05, 0.05K minus 10,000 into 0.05 minus 500. Any doubt with this? 0.95 plus 0.05 is 1K. 0.95K plus 0.05K is 1K, means simply K minus 500. Now the condition is that expected gain should be positive means more than 0. Expected gain should be positive. Positive means more than 0. Ex should be more than 0. Sigma x into Px should be more than 0. Ex means sigma x into Px. What is sigma x into Px? K minus 500 should be more than 0. Bring minus 500 on the right side. This is the answer. What is the question asked? What is the question asked? What is the minimum premium the company should charge so that the expected gain is positive? Company should charge minimum 500. If company charges the minimum premium of 500 rupees, the expected gain will be positive. This complete solution I have done. Did everyone understand this? Let it go. And all you repeat exercise as well as illustrations. Whatever we have done today, all will be repeated. Okay? Because every question is different. Also see when you repeat it, are you able to do it without seeing? If you are not able to do it without seeing, then repeat it one more time. Because it's not like other chapters where one similar is done and one similar is given in homework. So if you find you are not able to do it without referring, then do it one more time. Okay, on your own verify what is the probability that you do the probability things correct. Then do it only one time.